Good afternoon and welcome to the Blackwater Cantina. My name is Mazz, and this evening I am joined by...
And I'm Robin.
Yay! And we're back. Yes, no episode last week. Apologies. Stuff was going on. Mike was fresh out of surgery. I had stuff going on. It was all happening. I choose to blame Sorsha, the new German Shepherd puppy that I have. So
I use an excuse to play more Silent Hill.
more Silent Hill. Shh. Have to be silent. They really need to do a thing where, like, it picks up on your microphone and you get attacked by stuff. Like they did with Alien Isolation. If you were playing it with the Kinect, it attacked you.
So you mentioned that. I have to say this. So during lockdown, I was replaying that game, and me and my partner, we were living in two separate places at the time. So we were on the phone. I didn't realise that the PS4 controller had a little microphone built into it until that moment where I was hiding in the locker. My partner was talking to me on the phone, and I jumped, like literally shit myself because I'm like, oh fuck, it got me again. Until I realised and looked it up, and I was like, yeah, there's a tiny little controller which makes it better.
Oh, it's glorious. Yeah, my friend had that when he was playing and hiding somewhere, and his phone rang, and the Kinect picked it up, and they got him. I was like, genius. Love it.
It's a very clever system, and I love it, but at the same time, not when you're trying to have a conversation.
The Kinect was severely underused by a lot of games, and it had a lot of possibilities, and it is sad that it is gone. But hey ho.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it. I don't think anyone implemented it as well as it could be implemented.
See, for me, the PS4 having the scanner on Aliens Isolation ping through the controller. And if you're wearing headphones, you can't hear that. You can hear it like little bits, but the controller would pick it up and it would get closer, and then you're like, and then it would go switch over when you put it away, and it would pick up your voice on it, which I didn't realise, and I thought it was a very clever system.
So you went all the way back to the Dreamcast, where the memory card had a little screen on it, and you could play mini games.
Yeah, I remember that.
But if you had it plugged in and you were playing Resident Evil, it had your health bar on it. You know, your health bar's like a beats per minute.
Yeah.
It had that on it. And it was ingenious.
It was also the, I know this is going to make me sound really bad, but we played the Dreamcast at college. Somebody brought one in. It was like, show me, tell me week, where you just like brought in a console. We used to play the shit out of it. So I used to brought in my N64. We played GoldenEye on it. We had a massive tournament for it. Somebody brought in NBA Jam, which there's a cheat on it because you said with a little screen with the cartridge in it, you could do your tactics with the 6 buttons either side of that.
Right.
And you could just push those buttons, and the best way to do it was just mash the shit out of them. You'd instantly score from doing that because it was a little bug in the Dreamcast system.
Fun times.
Yep.
Yeah. Right, we got nicely sidetracked there. Should we talk about our hobby this week? What have you been up to?
So, as I keep mentioning, I am an affiliate for TT Combat, so it's been a year since I last was able to play any games just due to some not having any transport of my own. So I was able to get down to a tournament last week, Saturday. I got to meet a lovely guy called Alex. He is the events organizer and media coordinator for TT Combat. So he came down all the way from Newport, and we had a great talk. And we got to play we played a tournament for Warmachine Drop Zone Commander, and it was absolutely fantastic. And we even got to see the new sprues for 3rd edition, which was absolutely amazing.
Yay! Tiny spaceships.
Those tiny little tanks.
Tiny little tanks. Okay, but there's like flying airship things and stuff as well. Yeah.
So
I've never played Dropship Commander,
so Drop Zone Commander is a strategic-based game where your troops are tokens essentially. Like it's 25 by 40 mil base, which like 5 characters. That represents your troops. It's all about vehicle combat and aircraft combat, and it's all done in this beautiful 3D environment where you fight around cities and everything. Then they brought out Fleet Commander, which is Drop Fleet Commander is you have spaceships. You have again all of your spacecraft are you have from little air to airships.
Yep, interceptors and fighters and stuff.
And bombers, yep.
Yep.
All the way up to massive dreadnoughts and capital ships. Again, it's such an amazing game. You can even go through. We did a campaign once where it was like, right, load up 5,000 points worth of your drop zone stuff. Doesn't matter if you haven't got 5,000 points. You are taking 5,000 points on your carriers. Get your fleet to this planet. There's going to be a blockade on this planet. Whatever you can actually survive through that doesn't get destroyed, whichever ships of yours that don't get destroyed, is what you're going to take into this campaign. So some people were running like 500 points because half their carriers got destroyed, and like somebody had like 1,000 points. It was a really, really fun campaign because everybody was like, I don't want to lose this much, but what can I sacrifice because I need to make a hole through this.
Yeah. All the
strategic
level.
Campaign. Yeah. And soon they are going to be releasing, so a lot of my time will be taking up with Strike Team Commander, which is a 32mm scale miniatures game where it's going to be a skirmish-based game. So they've got two. One that plays like Kill Team, so you'll be building to building search walls, search and destroy tactics. And then they've got another one that's coming out, which is Battlezone Commander, which is both systems are interchangeable. Just one has you are fighting on basically two city blocks in America. So it's a street, basically. You are street combat.
Right.
So it's going to be 2x2, lots of buildings either side of it, and you're going to have like narrow streets and like
alleyways,
narrow alleys and stuff. Yeah. And it looks absolutely amazing. I've seen all the renders of sculpts, Kickstarters and everything. It's all through. So it's been one of the last bits of the Kickstarter because they're just about to start finalising it and shipping it out soon.
Cool.
So I'm all excited for
that. Yeah, fun times. I haven't seen anything about any of this, but
I could send you all of the renders and everything. What have you been doing this week, Mazz?
Dark Operations. So it's month 1 of our journeyman, so it's been 30-point games. We've played a good few games, and then it's going to be... I had just the Malfester left to paint, who I finished up. And then I've been slightly cheeky, and my 50 points is just adding Nostella and Aberration in, and they're already painted, so I don't have anything to paint for next month, but that's fine because the month after I'm adding lots of new stuff that I don't have painted. So I'm going to take the time to get it all done. So the iconoclasts are on the table at the moment. The flesh is now done on them, so I'm going to get cracking with the next few bits. And I went back to some Blender sculpting to make more bases because I need to make a whole bunch of bases for all the new stuff that I want to do. And I found out how to do some battle wear and tear and some other cool stuff. So yeah, upping my sculpting game has been the order of this week.
I know I haven't actually started our journeyman yet, but I have to wait to something that we're about to go on to in a minute. Well, I forgot to say, we played a game 2 weeks ago. We had a nice little demo game in the tournament.
Yep. I'm going to be down Thursday, which is tomorrow as of recording, but yesterday as of when this goes live. We've got some games down in Toyment doing some more 30-point stuff. And then we are next going to be there on Sunday the 29th as well. Which be running 30-point games all day, demo games for as many people as we can, harassing as many people, and then booking some stuff in.
Perfect.
Yeah. We've got 2 big things coming this week. We've got one we'll talk about in a minute. We'll talk about the Foodmachine, which is on Saturday. We're going to have a look at our lists and what we're taking.
Hooray!
Yay! But first of all, let's talk about $150 full faction purchases, because that's mad.
$150.
$150. So the Frontiers launched. It is $149 per faction, or under $300 for all 3.
Or if you don't want to go that and cheapskate it, £29.99 for a little commander.
for the Command Starter version. So yeah, if you just want to try it out, Command Starter is there for $29. Obviously, there's tax, sales tax, or whatever, depending on your region. Bonus points if you have a way of it thinking you're in Florida, because you don't pay sales tax on digital items in Flowrider. So, pro tip for you there: be in Florida, or don't, because then you'd be in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
VPN sort of thing, right?
I don't know whether it goes off your VPN or what. I don't know how it figures it out where you are, but
assume it'd be IP address.
Yeah. But yeah, so when the full all of these files are going to release on the tribe, and if you're a subscriber, you're still saving nearly $500. So it's like less than half price. It is a good time to hit up the Frontier, even if you're only picking up one of those factions. There's a lot going on, and it's very cool. You've got a whole bunch of resculpts in there as well. You got Vorgoroth, the new Infernal Master. There's resculpts of... Did I see an additional Dark Sentinel? No, I think they're all the same. All of the flight stands are gone from everything, and they've all got sculpted things.
It's the same with the Crucible Guard jump packers, where they actually included the smoke, but they didn't actually do that for the physical release.
Yeah?
Yeah, apparently, from what I saw, is the physical release had the old
flight stands. Well, that's odd. Because they'd have had to source them separately to get them. But yeah, the Grievous Swarm, especially, they show the little
could be wrong.
thing coming up. You got the Dark Seeker, Elish Garrity. What else? The Skin and Moans has been updated.
Yeah.
So there's an improved version. Don't know what that means. We don't know what that looks like because no one has had that yet. New sculpts for the Lantern Men as well, because there was only one of those before. Lord Longfellow, the Rattler, because famously the Rattler had disappeared and no one could get hold of it, and the files had gone and the mould had been destroyed. So, a whole improved version of that. An improved version of Baron Tonguelick. Don't know what that's.
Sorry, that name always makes me giggle.
Yeah. The new Bloody Parliament sculpts. New Hollow Man sculpts, new Dreadrot sculpts, new Crabbit sculpts, and then in Convergence, the Servitors are new sculpts because they've got the new flight stands and they've combined them all into one. Transverse Enumerators are new sculpts. Optifex Directorate are new sculpts. Another type of servitors, the new Father Lucan, who is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first thing that's getting printed for me.
I'm just go straight for that slaughterhouse as soon as we get the files.
So I had a weird dream the other night where they'd done a updated sculpt of the slaughterhouse, but it had legs coming out the bottom of it. So I might have to sculpt some giant weird tree leg things and have the house like up on legs trying to eat people.
So it should.
As it should. So you're all in on the slaughterhouse first, yeah?
Oh yeah, even if I don't end up doing Grimkins, I still want the slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Infernals have been looking at me going, you must have us. It doesn't help that I've painted so much Trench Crusade lately that I kind of just go on, Infernals, they're a cool thing. What are they about? Oh, okay, I like some of the sculpts of these. I like some of the updated sculpts I've managed to have a look at. And yeah, some of them have been updated and look absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I want them.
Yeah, like...
Even the gate, I'm not usually one for...
Like structures.
Not even like static models where they don't move at all. Want the Infernal Gate because I can use it in Trench Crusade, I can use it in a few other games, but I want it. And the
can use it
first
for
one's
some really
pretty
cool narrative events. I've got narrative event in mind where I'm going to need 3 infernal gates. And
Nobody needs that many gates.
well, I already have 1, so but yeah, that's a thing that's going to happen, I think. Yeah, so there's just shed loads of stuff, absolutely shed loads of stuff going on. There's some really cool things in there, lots of new models. The updated rules are looking very cool. I'm liking the changes to Grimkin.
Do you want a set of Murder Crows?
Yeah, the Bloody Parliament are fantastic. And it's just in time for the D&D campaign that I'm in. We've just had a bunch of Kenku turn up, which are crow people. And I was like, I said to my DM, I was like, I'm going to make a backup character that is a Kenku because they are kind of funky. And then these release, and I'm like, oh, there you go, perfect, right.
Didn't want to go with the Bushido Kenku then?
No, these. So, yeah, it's just some very cool stuff going on, and I'm pretty happy with all of this, to be fair. And it's way cheaper than I thought it was going to be as well. I was ready for it to be double the price that it was. So
yeah,
pleasantly surprised. Obviously, this is the files for it. It's not physical models, so there is printing to take into account. But you've got free rules, the PDFs for all of the command books as well. So we'll have all of that finally. The Oblivion.
There's PDF. There's PDFs of the books.
Yeah.
I don't have to steal mics.
You don't have to steal mics, no. Including a PDF of the Oblivion book, by the looks of it. Although it's got different art on the front because it's got Volgaroth on the front. So I don't know whether they've done that because they didn't have the old art. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, and it has a PDF of the core rulebook in for each of these. So if you buy one faction, you get their command book with all of their history and fluff and everything in, and a PDF of the core rules. Although the PDF of the core rules is free on the website anyway, isn't it? Pretty sure it is.
Don't know, I haven't checked in a while.
So, I mean, all the rules are free on the app as well. So, install the app.
Yep.
This is running for another 13 days. So, go and have a look if you are thinking about getting into Warmachine, or you are looking returning player and you've got an old faction. Have a look at the rules, see if there's anything you want to top up your army with,
or update.
Yeah, or just update, because as I say, we said earlier, there's lots of new sculpts in there.
And now I'm going to be really annoying to Mazz. He's got to leave a description of it and a link to it below as well, just so that he has more to do at the weekend.
Yep.
Oh, Friday.
So that's fine. I've got some time. We're all right. Yeah, so there's excellent time to be getting back into the game. Excellent time to be topping up all of those factions. My wife is very excited for the convergence stuff. She's been talking about re-upping her Lu Can't Touch This list that she ran for half of Mark III, where I just really struggled to kill anything. It was the 4 Enigma Foundries putting everything back on the table, and just yeah. So, but yeah, Frostrum Locus as well, with the big head, giant hat, 1 legs thing. They're adorable.
Yeah, I've seen somebody posted earlier. They beat you to it, Mouse. Was the here's his original one, and here's his new sculpt, and I was like, oh, he's much bigger.
Yeah. The Lucan, that new Lucan model is beautiful. I love it, and it harkens back to the original classic artwork as well, which I will see if I can dig out in here. Yeah, definitely going to be doing some Infernals.
Yeah, I think I'll be doing some Infernals as well. I was going to say, and because unfortunately we are a sucker for punishment, we went all in and we got the free model that comes with it as well,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
would love.
Oh, it's the alternate pose Elish Garrity, isn't it? So
Yeah.
So you get the released Elish Garrity in here. There was, I don't know whether there is a way of still getting it. I don't know. But there was an alternate pose Elish Garrity.
The old sculpt for it is literally only as part of this bundle that you can buy. I think you get it if you, I remember correctly off the top of my head. I think it is just purely just through if you get all free stuff, you get a discount on it. And you get that model, and again, it's worth it. I think for us, it might even be maybe printable as a on Prez or something, maybe.
I don't know. If you signed up for the marketing, you got that as a free gift as well, but I don't know whether that's still available.
I did that, so I do have the file for it now.
Yep. Weirdly, only a supported version, not an unsupported version, which I don't know what that was, but yeah. So that will already be in your library if you signed up for the marketing.
I did.
So yeah. Be excited. Frontiers. It's cool.
Yeah.
Should we talk Foodmachine?
Yep. Just let me pull up my app.
Mayhem there is Foodmachine.
Right. Do you want to go first?
Go on then. So, I wanted to be stupid and do something silly, and whilst Foodmachine allows you to take out of faction models and buy extra spells and up your stats and all that sort of stuff for donating food to charity, what I wanted to do is a what if army list. So I said, what if when Lanissa fled from Everblight and all of its stuff falling apart and the legions being decimated, what if she took an Archangel with her? So I'm going to be playing Fane of Nero, Lanissa,
Yep.
Benki, Sasha, The Last Watch, Nostilla and Aberration, and an Archangel in 75 points.
I didn't read the banner. Don't worry. I've literally just realised what you said, and I was like, if I had donated something apart from my money for the event, I could have taken my whole Legion of Everblight as an army, and I'm an idiot for not doing that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you still can. We're taking the donations down on the day, so...
No. He said all list submissions are all final now, so...
Oh, okay.
Oh, if I'd known that, idiot.
It's not like the rules haven't been in the Discord for a few weeks.
I don't read things.
He doesn't read.
I skim at best. Going, how much point? Actually, I think I just asked you for all the information. I didn't actually read anything. Yeah.
So I'm taking an out-faction Colossal, which means I need to donate 20 cans worth of food to a food bank, which I don't care. I'm going to donate that anyway. So it's all for a good cause. It's Foodmachine, and I don't really care if I win. It's very funny. And I said if I could get hold of an Archangel for the event, I would. And then the event organizer messaged in our Discord last week and said, my Archangel's arriving tomorrow. I managed to get one. I was like, can I borrow it? I've never met you, but can I borrow it? And he said yes. So he has slightly rush assembled it to get it all together. If they ever release Legion of Everblight as STLs, I am having Archangels. And this shelf will become the Archangel shelf, because that model is...
Wait, hang on. Is the Archangel the Massive Dragon?
Yeah. It's the Colossal.
I have a dragon. You could have just asked. I forgot.
You come along on Saturday, you can bring it as well. It's fine. Like a 2.
It's in the cupboard. It's still in the box. I would have assembled it for you.
Oh, he's never even put it together. What?
No.
Tell you what, all you do, after we finish recording, get in the car, pop round here with it. I will assemble it and have it painted by Saturday.
No, because it's like an hour and a half away, and I don't want to do that. It's cold outside. I'm in my pajamas.
If you can get it to me tomorrow, I'll paint it by Saturday for you.
Nah, that's fine. It can stay in the cupboard. It's lived this long in the cupboard.
Alright. I just want an Archangel. I've always wanted one.
I know, because Brad and Neil, I was talking with Neil a couple of weeks, no, it was 3 weeks ago. He had just put his one together.
You get him back in. Bring him back in.
Yeah, I am. He put his Archangel together, and I was like, I could do with a second of those. He was like, don't even think about it.
I know. I want one so much, but I just cannot. I've not been able to find one for a reasonable amount of money.
No.
So, yeah.
I think mine was like, trying to think of how much it would have been back in, I think it was 120 odd quid back in the day.
Yeah. It's such a cool model.
It really is. All of the older style ones of like that were impressive.
Yeah. Weirdly, Legion were always one of those ones that I was like, about 50% of the models are absolutely stunning, and the other 50% I really didn't like. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, I just...
My one is always extreme carnivore.
Carnivian, yeah. Yes, yeah. Those were cool.
I have one of them in the cupboard. I bought a couple off of Mike as well a while back because he was thinking of getting rid of some of his legions. So I was like, I will buy things to save them, strip them down and redo them.
Mm-hmm. And then they've sat in the cupboard ever since.
I think I beat Mike with them and then retired them because new projects were on the way.
Yeah. So
don't get me wrong, if they ever do STLs with them, I am all in.
I know. They're great. So the wonderful synergies in here is the Archangel is all about fire and gets bonus for fire. Obviously, it's the only thing in this list that causes fire. So, no help there. Aberration and Nostilla, not really doing anything for anyone, especially as the Last Watch are all characters, so can't be revived. So revive has no targets. It's not exactly a list of meshing together. There's quite a lot of scornergy going on here,
Nice.
but it's funny, and it's a food machine, so I don't care. I'm basically relying on Lanessa running out, hitting a critical, and then popping her feet, and then assassinating. That's my whole plan for the whole. Hope people are distracted by the giant dragon. Assassinate with Lanessa, and hope she gets a critical hit on the first hit, and then can pop her feet. That's my cunning plan. Fish for crits.
It's a good way of doing it.
That's it.
I like how we set ourselves the challenge, and then Mike failed to deliver after pestering me about 4 weeks ago for his list.
Yeah.
And then didn't deliver you a list, which I need to backhand him for.
Yeah. Mike, we had a thing where we were doing each other's lists, so I've done Robin's list, and then he had to adjust it because, yeah. But I did make you paint some more models, so that's good.
Oh Christ, did you? Do you know what? I was having to explain this at work why there was paint all over my hands this morning, because I wake up in a very early in the morning before work, and I have a good hour where I'm still not quite awake, but not quite with the living yet. So I paint in that time, and I do my best work in that time.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm rushing to get the food machine, because I've had to paint 4 models. So the Apollo was half done, so I had to finish him off, and the Triumvirate. Thanks, Mazz.
Yeah, I mean, the plus side is the Triumvirate are really good.
Yeah, they might be really good, but there's a lot of flesh on those.
I don't think it's too bad. So go on then. Walk us through your list. There's a bit more synergy in your list.
Yeah, well, so originally it had a Colossal in it. I do not have said Colossal yet. So we had to make. So again, back to Maz. He adjusted it for me. So for my Foodmachine list, Captain Ira McKay, one Rayless Interceptor because I only have one.
Mm-hmm.
Love those two bits. Apollo Retaliator and a Toro.
I had to put a Toro in because it's my favourite. My favourite of the...
I'm so happy you put Retaliator in there because it's literally my favourite.
That's your
Light War
favourite.
Jack.
I knew that, so there was originally going to be a Vindicator in there, and I was like, no, actually, let's swap it for those two.
I generally, if you put a Vindicator in there, it works really well with the Rayless Interceptors. So that would put double the amount of synergy into it. But the Sentimentalist, love that for myself. Alec Mark, Orium. It's a bit confused why she's in this list because she doesn't really have the synergy. She has a synergy with Apollo and Lucas. So that's why I was a bit confused. But again,
it was more
I'm
for
run it
Harmonious Exaltation and Guidance. Guidance things give all your weapons magical and eyeless sight on all of the shooting.
Yeah, you put two Crucible Guard mechanics, which are usually staples in my lists. Combat Alchemists, I have painted 9 of them, and I have yet to use them, so I'm quite happy that there's a unit of one of these in here. Crucible Guard Assault Troops, something to cower and hide behind my Sentinels, meant to be in front of my Sentimentalist whilst she pumps out all the buffs for them. And I'm not going to leave any gaps in between this one this time, but I will have fun. And the Triumvirate.
Who are disgusting. They're so good.
It's cool. It's fairly dark. Light.
No, it's too bright.
I'll
Send me a
chuck
photo.
a picture in it.
Let's do it in a professional manner. I can shump with a photo.
Yeah. Leave my inadequacies on the screen. So I have painted him. I've painted the one that's standing up on the tactical rock. And then I've got the twin injector one to do last. And Apollo's all painted up. I've just got to do some buffs and scratches on him.
Yeah.
Ready for the weekend. Thanks to now on bases.
Yay.
All bases are now painted, so the Scorched Black that I've done for all of my bases, so everybody will be like, oh, you haven't painted your bases, 3 bases of colour. It's Scorched Earth policy, and if you've ever looked at Charred Earth, it's just dark, it's just black. That's what I wanted to go for, so.
Yeah.
Also, it distracts from the amount of turquoise on it. It doesn't wash it out, it makes it stand out a little bit better.
Yeah. I'm quite looking forward to painting up the Triumvirate models. I've kind of half painted an Alice because I've done a bust of the top half of her, but I haven't gotten too far into it yet, so I do need to do a bit more work on that. But yeah, like the general plan was Ira and a Rayless, at least one Rayless Interceptor, and then you sadly informed me you didn't have 2, so.
You were like, do you have this? Do you have this? And I was like, it'd be easier to just tell you what I don't have. But again, I was surprised by that leader. I generally, because of the event, I was expecting like something like Anthelok or maybe Lucas himself or Sylvestroy, something along those lines. But I was very surprised.
Sylvestro's really good. I've been playing into Sylvestro quite a lot, and his feat is gross.
With like if you give him like the 9 combat alchemists as well with him and like the suppressor and the vindicator, he absolutely perfect. But again, I was expecting something else, and then you were like, "Here's the 2 tanks." I was like, "Okay, I'm happy with this."
I like the tanks. The tanks are cool.
They're currently starting the bag over there, ready for Saturday.
Yep. Which reminds me, actually, Mike has asked if he can borrow my slaughterhouse. I need to make sure that is ready to go on Saturday.
But again, we're going to put a link down for Foodmachine. If you're in the area, you can always pop down and say hello.
Yep, it's going to be at Dice Heads in Gosport. So if you are out that way, stick your head in, we'll be there. I want to say there's 6 players for it. So.
Yes. I know there was an odd number to begin with, but I think that's all changed. I was a little bit confused on how late it starts time, because I thought it was going to be 8 to 5 jobby, but we don't finish till 7:30 at night. So.
Yes. It's 11 o'clock start. I think the shop that it's in opens later in the afternoon, so it stays open later in the evening, because it's a board game cafe, I think.
Ah, that makes sense.
So, yeah, they're not open first thing in the morning, and so I think 11 is when I think they open at like 10. So
yeah, because it's like a 2-hour drive for us from here.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think it's a little over an hour for us. Obviously, you're further out the other side of Bournemouth, aren't you? So.
Well, no, I think it works out about the same, because it's a 45-minute trip from here to Southampton, so it's not too far away. It just said 2 times says gospel, because I put in the car park I wish to go to, and it said like 2 hours. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
I'm being driven. Mike's coming to pick me up, so.
Little passenger. He did offer me, but I said it's out of your way. Don't be an idiot. I can drive myself there.
Although I do have my car back, and I will still have it. So. But that's also like 70 quid in fuel. So, because.
Also, I don't think, as much as your car is nice, I don't think you'll get away with going through the eco zones in Portsmouth.
Actually. It is ULEZ compliant. It does not pay an extra charge for ultra low emission zone on a 5 litre V8.
But no, ULEZ safe is perfect. I think that.
I know.
Here's this big muscle car. It's ULEZ fine. It's fine.
Yep, ULEZ compliant on a 5 litre V8. Who'd have thunk it? But it will be one of the last times I get to drive it though, because it's going on Auto Trader tomorrow. So
again, if you're after a car,
if you want a Mustang, it's blue, it's glorious. Put a link in the description for that as well.
But yes, we're highly looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be my first Warmachine event in, I want to say, when was 2013?
Really? It's been a long time.
No, 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how long it's been.
So it's been a while.
It's been over 10 years, so.
Yeah. So, it should be nice and silly. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it won't be too long before your next one, because I want to be running some towards the back end of this year. But, as I say, we've got Sunday the 29th is the last day of the first month of our Journeyman League. That's the word I was looking for. So we'll all be down playing some games for that, and then 50 points in April. Yay! And then you're going to switch to Infernals now?
I don't know. I will flip a coin for it at the weekend in front of you and Mike, so it's fair. But it all depends on how I feel. Again, it's not going to take me that long to catch up to 20 points, so I get to build a list in the meantime and see what tickles my fancy.
That's it, because, free rules. Yay!
Yay!
I might play around with some. To be fair, I have already built a couple of.
I built one Grimkin and one Infernals list so far, so out of the models that I think look good, so I'm going to have a look at a few more bits and see what I can make out of it and see what's going to be good.
I rejigged my Heretic list with the new rules. Well, stuff went down in points, and now Gorehounds give. They've got Bonekeeper, so they remove models from play when they destroy them, and you can choose a friendly model that can gain corpse tokens to gain that destroyed corpse token, regardless of proximity of other models. You can literally chuck that corpse to anywhere on the table. So it's Heretic, Cage Rager, 2 Skin and Moans, 2 Gorehounds, Death Knell, 2 Grave Ghouls, 2 lots of Dreadrots, 2 lots of Nayslayers, and Lord Longfellow, and Baron Tonguelick. That's 100 points now, so I've literally gotten more stuff in. I'm still wondering whether it's worth dropping some Nayslayers to put some Hollow Men in, but yeah.
Nayslayers look cool on the field.
I know, I like the idea of just a horde of Nayslayers. And I already have 2 units fully painted, so... Well, if I can get the 4 Horsehumans in the list. I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? Or Zacchaeus. Because I want the dude on the rabbit, because that's cool.
It's pretty swanky.
Swanky rabbit man. Cool. Right, anything else we want to talk about? Any other shenanigans?
I've spoken about Triumvirate, about my having to paint them with speed. I can't honestly think of anything apart from Mike not doing his job. His one job we set him a task for, and he failed us.
I mean, he has had surgery, so kind of gonna forgive him for that.
I can't, because he was badgering me for his list before he had surgery, so I won't forgive him for that.
Fair enough.
But no, hopefully Michael will be with us on Saturday. I know he's looking very much forward to this. He's resting his voice and everything, so I think that's about it.
Cool. I'm going to be hopefully around for a hobby hangout on Friday in this evening in our Discord, so give me a shout on that. I'm also planning to do a Blender 3D sculpting hobby hangout at some point in the near future, so keep an ear out for that. Subscribe to the channel and I think it will join us on Discord and it will be mentioned there. So I am learning Blender and I plan to see if we can get some other 3D sculpting humans, and we're all going to try and sculpt things and try new stuff and try and learn from each other and pass our knowledge around, which is what these hobby hangouts are for. Yay!
It's really easy.
It's all good. Cool. Awesome. Thanks very much, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.